Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Mr. Maxwell, and welcome to another side quest of chatting about video games with Exile My Pie.
Hello!
The usual stuff.
Yes.
The usual stuff. Where we like to chat about random things.
Yes.
Not really random, because...
Well, we do tend to go off on tangents.
Every now and then.
Yes. Because we are the most professionals.
Oh yeah, we're definitely professionals. What are you on about? Okay, right. So... some stuff's happened last week.
Some good.
Some good.
Some
reveals.
Some reveals.
And some pretty shitty stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And one that I would say is good, but maybe not so good for the people involved.
Yes.
Okay. Right, so first off, we'll start it off with Vicarious Visions has been merged into Blizzard, which is such a shame.
Yeah, it's almost as if Activision went, hey, hang on, EA hasn't a company yet, we'll do it for you!
Which is a bit weird, because at least, yeah, I mean, I know you could argue that maybe EA set it up for them to fail, but at least EA, the companies that they swallow, or the companies that, like, that the last game literally bombed.
Yeah,
sort of deal.
Yeah, and granted, I think they deliberately, deliberately set that up to happen.
But this one's a weird one for me, because Vicarious Visions, they're the ones behind...
Well, they'd only just come out with Tony Hawk's Part 1 and 2.
Yeah, which did pretty well.
It's really good. I've got it. It's fun. It's Tony Hawk's 1 and 2. They
did the Crash Insane Trilogy.
Yeah, which was really good.
Which did really well.
And they've announced that... just like... It's not just the fact that they've been absorbed into Blizzard. It's the fact that, like, yeah, they're just going to focus on the Blizzard projects. So basically skins, then.
Maybe. I think they've been brought in for Diablo.
Yeah, the problem with that is, which Vicarious game that has anything close to anything like Diablo?
Oh yeah, I know.
They'll have been brought on for Overwatch too.
Maybe.
If anything.
I think with Vicarious Visions, though, they've shown that...
Which, again, it's just fucking stupid, because they were doing good.
Yeah.
And this is the reward they get. It's like, yeah, just get gobbled up by this part of our company.
Because Vicarious Visions used to be the team that worked on Bungie.
Yeah.
Not Bungie, Destiny.
Destiny.
They used to help Bungie with
Destiny.
With Destiny, yeah. getting the expansions out on time and working on the raids and stuff like that. But yeah, then Bungie left, and I think Activision just doesn't want them. I mean, they could have literally been like Vicarious Visions, especially with after them doing the Insane Trilogy and Tony Hawk's. They could have gone, Vicarious Visions, we want you to remake this. They could have been... That's what Vicarious Visions could have been.
Yes.
For Activision. But apparently not.
No.
Which is a shame.
It is. And again, it's like... They're not even like going to be working on like original IPs. It's just going to be...
Overwatch,
Diablo, and WoW. Because that's the
actually,
only
that's
thing...
a thing. They might be being brought in for WoW.
Yeah, but that's the only thing Blizzard do now. They don't do... Like... Yeah... Like... Overwatch is now nearly 5 years ago.
I know. Yeah, I haven't played that in a while.
I know.
I haven't played Overwatch in a while. I haven't played any PvP for a while. I just can't be bothered with them.
Yeah, especially team games when the whole game is around an objective and your teammates do not play the objective.
Yeah. It's not that bad on Overwatch. Well, the last time I was on it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it seems to be a lot of the KD ratio twats have decided I've left and gone to fucking Call of Duty or whatever. A lot more people actually play the friggin' objective. The problem is that I'm not the best player, therefore I'm kind of now on the bottom rungs of the ability scale. But it's fine. It's usually I get outplayed, not just doing the thing my class is supposed or my character's supposed to do, and then just being abandoned by the entire team because they don't do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Like there's a Widowmaker 5 million miles at the back, covering a single door that has nothing to do with where the fight is.
Overwatch never changed.
Do you think I get frustrated with fucking teammates that only care about a certain thing and not actually, like, you know, trying to win? Rant over.
Okay, so
You gonna read part of the statement? Because I'm pretty sure there was a statement for it. If you can find it. I think it was basically it was boiled down to that they were going to work solely on Blizzard projects, wasn't it?
Yeah. Going forward, the Vicarious Visions teams of about 200 people will be employees of Blizzard and fully dedicated to existing Blizzard games. You don't have that many games. Make it sound like you've got loads.
Diablo. Overwatch. WoW.
And StarCraft,
but
but they're not touching StarCraft.
they've killed development on that game now for some reason, because we all know they're not making a StarCraft 3. We know it sucks, but we know that's not happening.
I think you've got 4 IPs there.
And then there's IPs Warcraft 3, which the part of Blizzard that made Warcraft 3, they shot in the back of the head.
Yeah, they got rid of those, didn't they? Like they make it sound like we've got so many IPs. We need 4.
More,
and we know you're only working on 2 of them. Well, 3 if World of Warcraft. But yeah, so
the thing is like, didn't they a couple of years ago release like 300 fucking staff?
Yeah, they did. And funny enough, there's 200 staff for Vicarious Visions.
Yeah.
There you go, they got those back. After the statement goes on, after collaborating with Vicarious Visions for some time and developing a great relationship, Blizzard realised there was an opportunity for Vicarious Visions to provide long-term support. A representative has explained.
Yes, we're dissolving your company. Be happy about it.
Oh, okay. So, as part of the move, Vicarious Visions studio head Jen O'Neill has been promoted to Blizzard Executive Vice President of Development.
Yeah, that means basically all 199 other members of staff are potentially going to be in the near future surplus to requirements.
Yeah. It is kind of a shame because they did, like I said, they did really well with Crash and they did really well with Tony Hawk.
There's some talented people in that development company.
Also, Vicarious Visions were the ones who would port games over to like the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah,
they would do those games.
It sucks. It's like I'm just waiting for the layoffs to be announced now. That's the thing. It's like it's coming near the end of the financial year. Clearly, they're not going to have made as much money as they have done before. I don't think.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no! Activision's done quite well.
I know a lot of game companies have done actually a lot better. I still think they're going to announce redundancies shortly before like the shareholder meeting or something stupid like that. Because that's what the fucking that's what the so-called capitalist market is supposed to do. It's fucked up.
So most likely they've been put in to probably definitely help out with Overwatch, because we haven't heard anything from Overwatch
since the reveal trailer.
What, 2 years? Going on 3?
It will be 2 years this BlizzCon. By the end of the year.
Yeah. So yeah, for 2 years.
So it's been about, I'd probably say about a year and a half
and
now.
And they've shown nothing else.
They've shown nothing.
And they haven't really done anything to be like, yeah, this is coming. Or this is coming.
Part of me's like, well, what's the issue for getting more information out? Because there's going to be no more new characters in Overwatch.
Mm.
They said it was going to be the same engine.
Mm. Which makes sense, because it's a good engine.
Which means that we're down to, what, map design and
unless they're completely overhauling it.
You mean like get it to a certain point and then throw it all out the window and start over from scratch again?
Could be. It would explain why we haven't heard anything.
Yeah. Remind me remember the last two games we found that sort of thing happening too? Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah,
and Anthem. This does not bode well.
The thing is, we don't have a date for Overwatch. They never specified a date or anything like that.
It's supposed to be. It was supposed to be end of last year, and a lot of people are saying it's going to be this year, but we haven't had anything.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, what is causing this, like, no info? What is causing this? Because it's making me kind of worried now. Because Overwatch is still a popular game.
Oh yeah, still gets played a lot.
Yeah.
This is the thing. I can't think of anything that would like.
Diablo 4 made
Unlike the only thing I can think of is like maybe they haven't overhauled it, but maybe they announced it too soon.
Possibly.
Because you got to remember the BlizzCon before Overwatch 2 was announced was that god awful one where they announced Diablo Immortal.
Yes.
And just pissed everybody off.
Yeah. Also, you got to remember they had the whole Blitzchung.
And they had the whole Blitzchung thing.
Problem.
So they needed something to just like.
So they announced Overwatch 2 to get everyone to not mention the whole Hong Kong thing.
To get people excited for something. And
Blizzard, let me just inform you. Not all of us forgot about that.
Actually, nobody forgot about that because people were still talking about it after that.
We're still, it's just proof of point. We're still talking about it.
So maybe they announced it to be like, yeah, we're working on Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
And that's why we're not getting it.
The pre-rendered cutscene was the only thing they
Well,
had.
we did get like shots of things. Like we got a little sort of shot of.
We got the new character. Some of the new character designs.
We got one new character, and we got.
No, we didn't.
No, we got one new character. We saw one new character. It's that last with the big sort of like it looks like a sniper rifle, but it's like got the lights on and all that shit.
Oh, right.
She's actually in. You remember the Blackwatch co-op?
Yeah.
It's the last that's talking to you. It's her.
Ah, right.
I think it's that one. It's either that one or the. Oh no, it's not. It's not the Blackwatch. It's the one where you're going after Maximilian. In the limo. It's that one, and she's the one on the radio. Yeah, she's the character. She's the only one that's been confirmed.
I remember them showing like new designs for Lucio and
we got new designs for pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
Tracer, Winston's got a new design.
Yeah.
Mercy doesn't have one, unfortunately, which is.
Considering the amount of fucking skins Mercy got.
Mercy's not got that many skins.
She's not.
Compared to like Tracer and.
Well, yeah, because Tracer's the poster child.
Yeah, that's true.
Mercy's got a fair few, you know.
She's roughly got the same amount as almost everyone else.
No, I think
She's not.
Oh no, hang on. Yeah, they kind of stopped giving out skins to Mercy and Tracer. At some point, and everyone else caught up. Anyway,
I should know. I went on. I've got all the skins for Mercy.
Yes.
No, Mercy's got the same amount of skins as Reaper. She's got the same amount.
Don't mention Reaper.
And Soldier, actually.
I'm still annoyed at Reaper.
I also think there is also a chance that they're going to split them, so you're going to have half of them. So maybe 100 people work on Overwatch, 100 people work on Diablo 4. Because that's...
Yeah, possibly. But again, it's like... It is literally... I feel kind of... It sucks for them because...
Oh, yeah.
They've made two really, really good games. Yes, they're ports, they're upgrades, HD remakes, whatever. But they are really good.
They're proper remasters.
You know, they're proper remasters. They work, they're fantastic, they're fun. And they, you know, it's one of those where they got the balance of staying true to the original but updating it.
Yeah, modernising it.
I mean, yes, they made the choice that, yes, it was still going to be ridiculously hard for Crash Bandicoot 1.
Yes.
We're still going to have it as ridiculously hard in pinpoint accuracy platforming in a 3D environment, which is nigh on impossible to actually program.
Oh my god.
But, you know...
that bridge. That bridge.
The rage.
The pain.
The pain.
The pain of that.
The pain and suffering.
I eventually just gave up on that level and just, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to cheese it and just walk the rope. Just gave up.
I think the second rope one, there's a bit where you can't do that though.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
Anywho.
I think, yeah, I mean, you know, they haven't lost their jobs, but I
know that's the only saving grace is that they haven't lost.
I
no
think
one's
it
been
sucks because we all know the way AAA game companies work is that they do this sort of short shit and then they realise, wait, we've got too much stuff now.
Yeah.
We'll let a whole bunch of people go.
I'm praying they don't do this with Toys for Bob though.
Well, you know,
even if Toys for Bob were a little bit overzealous with Crash, it's about time. A little bit overzealous. Oh my god! Have you seen what you got to do to 100% that game?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Toys for Bob, chill your horses. My god.
There's a lot.
Holy crap!
Well, you know, they are still going off the whole Crash Bandicoot of like, yeah, it's a platformer, it's cartoonish, but it's good if you want to fully do that game. Yeah, prepare for the suffering.
Oh.
Anyway.
Oh, there's 100% in a game, and then there's
this.
There's this. Like, my god. Anyway, yeah, I'm hoping they don't do it with Toys for Bob because I generally think we're going to get a Spyro game.
Oh, from them. Possibly.
And as long as they keep Spyro as close to the original 3 Spyros, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
I will be happy.
Be great.
Right, okay. So, Microsoft decided to do something, which was... For me, it was completely out of left field for Microsoft to do this.
Yeah, then you realise Microsoft is Microsoft, and I replaced the S in Microsoft.
Oh, yeah, I know.
With a $sign for a reason.
I know
this is the reason.
I know this, but like for the last few years now...
Yes.
Microsoft have been like, we're for the gamers, sort of.
Yeah, then they realise, hang on, we're Microsoft.
Yeah, I know. But like, especially with its Game Pass and all that other stuff, right? And then all of a sudden, Microsoft just decided, oh, yeah, we're gonna hack up the price of Xbox Live Gold.
It was something like double the price or something.
Yeah, it was nearly £100 because it's £50 for a full year.
I would like to point this out. They were going to double the price of Xbox Gold.
Yeah.
In the middle of a pandemic.
Yes. It's just, I was just.
I mean, there were bad decisions. There are poor life choices, and then there is this. Like, again, it's one of those where I'm literally like, I want to be in that boardroom. I want to be in that boardroom when the decision was made. Like, and wonder why no one goes. Does no one understand how stupid this sounds?
This is why I generally believe that even if there isn't anybody, they should hire someone to be that guy that's in the boardroom and just go, maybe this is not a good idea.
Yeah, his sole job is to go, nah, this doesn't sound good.
No.
Even when it sounds great, nah, this doesn't sound good.
No.
Problem is, they'll listen to him when they come up with a good idea.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, this is for me, this is mind-boggling because it's just sort of like, this is just, are you okay, Microsoft?
It shows though that there is, like, even though like Microsoft keeps going on about we're for the gamers and that, at the top levels, at the decision-making levels, the AAA game industry as a whole has this massive disconnect with the actual people they're selling shit to.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, the fact that they only turn, like, spoilers, after the inevitable backlash, they turned around and went, yeah, we're not doing that now.
Yeah, they completely.
And they're going to actually.
They said they messed up.
They messed up.
The
fact is like, it should never have gotten to a point where the public found out. It should have been shut down at boardroom level. It should have been shut down at decision making level. Like, there's a clear disconnection between these boardrooms, these decision makers, and the people that these decisions actually affect. Like every other giant major fucking corporation and government department in the world. It's just fucking like, how does no one look at that decision and go...
The price bump would have gone up to $60 for a 6-month subscription.
So 120.
So yeah, 120. Last year, I didn't know this. Microsoft got rid of the yearly subscription for the online.
That's.
I didn't know that.
So in other words,
I think that's kind of scummy.
It is. It is the most douchebaggery thing to do. Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the ability to buy the full year one, and then we're going to hike the price of the half year one to the price of the full year one.
Yeah. It's kind of scummy.
And people will wonder why I don't like Microsoft.
I don't think anybody really likes Microsoft, to be fair. They just like Xbox.
Fucking hell. No, Xbox. The thing is, Xbox is one of the reasons why I don't like Microsoft. For example, the 360. Oh, you want to extend your memory? No. You could buy a normal like 320 gigabyte memory for about 30-40 quid. Problem. Doesn't work with the Xbox 360. You have to buy Microsoft's very own memory hard drive, which is the same amount, but because it's Microsoft's own and it's a special shape,
hike that price up.
It's like 2 to 3 times the fucking price.
Yeah, I think it was like 80 quid when I tried to...
Yeah, when you try to buy
extended memory. I just decided, nah, I'm alright, mate.
It was just like... I looked at the price and went, why are they charging this much for that? What?
It's like, I'm alright, mate.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those moments where you just think...
It's basically, the thing is...
Is there nobody just to be like, no, don't do this. Don't be stupid.
This is one of those decisions where it, like, the mask slips, sort of thing. Because if this was a news report of, like, they were going to, but at the decision-making process, they decided against it because it was out to consumer, or, like, at the time of it was bad timing because of the pandemic, blah, blah, blah. It would be a better news report for them because it's like, yeah, we're still thinking about it. But the fact that it came out... They made the decision and announced it on only when they were hit with the backlash of Xbox fans going, what the fuck? Are you fucking joshing us?
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, what is wrong with you? Only then did they go, oops. Whoops.
It's like, I seriously think this last gen and this gen, Xbox have literally been going, nah, just go and buy a PlayStation instead. Go on. You know you want to. It's perfectly fine. Go on. We'll even give you reasons.
Yeah. I was just like,
oh, we're gonna mock the PlayStation 5 release. We'll mock that, and then we will fuck up as well.
Yeah, we will fuck up just as badly as they did.
Oh God, Microsoft.
You had one job.
Microsoft.
One job.
At least when Sony make fun of you, at least it's, at least they don't fuck up on that level.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah. This is how you trade.
That is still the biggest burn I've ever seen.
This is how you
trade a game on
PlayStation 4.
Thank you very much.
Just handing the fucking game over.
Oh, loved it.
Oh my god.
The best burn ever.
This is the thing. It's like, I was wondering when it's been like 2-3 months. It's been 2-3 months since the Xbox Series X got released, and I'm like, okay, so they haven't done anything douchebaggery yet. When are they going to do something? Because they do at least one totally douchebaggery thing in every generation. For example, the E3 where they announced the Xbox One, and they went, oh, it's gonna be DRM'd. Every single game will be DRM'd. And the entire gaming community went, what? Like, why is there such a disconnect with the people that are actually you need to be on board so that you get more money? Sure,
it's just the way it is, buddy.
It is, and it's fucking
sucks.
infuriating because
is.
it's like, it's like I look at these decisions and go, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. How did no one object to that?
Well, we know why no one objected to this in the boardroom. We're going to hike up the price. That means more money for us, right? Yeah, we'll definitely go for this.
It's almost as if they don't understand the concept of people have bills to pay.
I know.
And mortgages.
And funny enough, that there's a pandemic going on.
Yeah, it's almost as if they don't.
It's like you forgot.
It's almost as if they don't know that this shit is a thing. That people's incomes are not as robust as they were a year ago. And they wouldn't be as robust as a year ago anyway.
I think some of these people, especially the ones that maybe come up with these ideas, I think these people, they've got money, right? But I think that they don't realise that there are people that don't make as much money as them.
Yes.
I think they think that everybody makes the same amount as them.
They think basically like anything is a luxury, and they get shocked when people buy stuff that ain't.
Yeah.
Like people like I think there are some rich people that look at like what like say your manga collection that you have, right?
Yeah.
And they'll go and go, oh, look at him frivolly spending his money away on that. And it's like, dude, it took him years to get these.
Yeah, it took me, for my manga collection, which for...
Look, just because
it's very big. It's very big.
Yes.
But it took me...
Years.
It took me about 7 years to get to this much. And it's not even stage. It's not even half the size of some of the people that you see on YouTube with their manga collections behind them. It's not even that big.
Yeah.
The
point I'm making is like,
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it took you years to get this, right? Get all this, and it's like, oh, look at him frivolously spending his money on all that, and it's like, dude, it took him years to get this. Just because you can just tomorrow go out and buy it, all of that up in one go, doesn't mean that he did. It's almost like they don't understand the concept of actual value.
Yeah.
Of actual like monetary value of like
it does start to get to those points of like, especially when you look at things and you go, why is that price so much? It's like this is what the Xbox, Switch, Nintendo, Sony and Microsoft are all guilty of this. Why is a controller 60 quid?
Yes.
Why is a controller 60 quid?
The thing is like I'm not defending Sony, but at least with Sony's newest one, the not motion control, the
haptic
feedback, like
you could argue, okay, that's
I can see that being a little bit more expensive than normal, but like
why is the PS4 controller 50 quid?
Yeah, why is the PS4 controller so much? Especially now, should be dropping in price. It's like, for fuck's sake.
Why is it 50 quid?
Why
is an Xbox controller 50 quid? And I have to buy batteries for it.
Still.
Like,
yeah, we got wireless controllers. You need batteries for it. Well, you could buy the charge pack for it. That's another 30 quid, isn't it? Yeah. Why? What's wrong with that? Well, you see, the thing is though, you keep going on about the fact that you're cheaper than PlayStation. But the problem is that the PlayStation comes with half the stuff that you have to pay extra for on an Xbox. Which kind of defeats the object.
The Switch isn't so bad, like, because I just bought a controller for my Switch for like 15 quid.
Yeah.
Right? Which isn't too bad. Well, no, it's not bad at all.
Yeah.
But again, that was on sale. Mm-hmm. And secondly, that's just a normal controller. If you want like a good one, mm-hmm. You're paying, I think, 40, 50 quid.
Yeah.
For a controller, for the Pro controller. And if you want the GameCube one,
here's the problem. Like, you can either spend the ridiculous amount of money for like the top end GameCube ones, or you can spend less and then deal with the fact that you will have analog drift and not be able to fix it.
Yes. See, madness.
Fucking hell, Nintendo. I've replaced 2 GameCube pads because of it, and it's literally like the one was the very day out of the box.
Yeah.
And it's like, for fuck's sake, how? Because you're Nintendo. That's how.
Yeah, so for the whole pricing thing, no one's innocent in this.
No one's innocent. But like this thing with the fact that they just went, I mean, hell, the fact that they thought they could just double the fucking price. Like, it wasn't just raising the price. They went and decided to friggin' almost double it. Like, what?
To be fair, actually, after reading this, it generally sounds like they got rid of the full year subscription.
Yeah.
So they could do this.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I said when you told me that. I'm like, oh, that's what you've done.
Yeah.
Ah. Douchebag corporate move 101 there. I'm less surprised when you told me that.
60 quid for 6 months?
A tenner a month. A tenner a month.
You just want people to buy PlayStations, don't you? That's all it is.
I'm pretty sure PlayStation's full year is 50 quid.
PlayStation Plus is 50 quid.
Yeah, £50. Like, you're charging 6 months more. You're charging for 6 months pretty much in
the
pounds,
same
right?
amount. Yeah.
The same amount as you get a full year for Sony. And yes, I know it comes with the Game Pass. I know, and there's a lot of good games on that. However,
does Xbox Live come with the Game Pass?
Xbox, I'm pretty sure Gold does.
I thought you had to buy the Game Pass as well.
I'm pretty sure Gold comes with the Game Pass.
This is the thing with Game Pass. It's just like, oh yeah, this is great. Oh, that's fantastic. How do I use it? Please explain this to me. What do I have to do?
I'm pretty sure Gold. I'm pretty sure they got rid of Silver because no one was buying it because it didn't have the Game Pass.
Right. Okay.
I'm pretty sure Gold is the one with the Game Pass.
Right.
Because I'm pretty sure, like, at the last E3, they announced that they were incorporating Game Pass with the Gold. You know what? That's probably why, because they were like, hang on, all these people are getting these games for free. We're not getting the money off them. But we're getting we're guaranteed this much money a year from them. Yes. But
we can get more money.
What if, now hear me out here, what if we raise the price of the Gold? Oh, you mean the year one? No. We get rid of the whole year one. Okay. Right. So they're only paying for 6 months at a time. No, yeah. So how much is that? Yeah, it's around about $30. Right. Okay, so what if we charge for the 6 months as much as we charge for the 12 months? So $50. Add another 10. Oh, so you just want to double the price?
Yes.
Yes.
I like this. I like this a lot. I'm a genius.
I can guarantee you, there has to have been someone that was like, you know what, I'm going to just put this one objection out. This is not going to go down well. If you go ahead with this, the fallout is all on you. I've done my part and said this is a bad idea.
Yeah, these companies, I've said it before, but yeah, they need to hire that one guy that just goes, maybe let's not do this.
This is a bad idea.
Maybe this is a bad idea. Maybe let's not do this.
Don't do this. This is a terrible idea. Do you not understand? Can you imagine that PR department when they was announced, when they were told, by the way, you need to put this announcement out? Can you imagine if I was in the PR department, I'd be like, are you having a fucking laugh? Are you taking the piss?
Yeah, we need you to put a spin on this.
You are aware this is a pandemic. We want you to put a good light on this. Hold on. Get a lamp. What are you doing?
I'll just set this on fire. It's perfectly fine.
What are you doing? I told you to put a good light on this. Yeah, I'm putting this light on it. Because there's no way you can reword this to make it sound good. Oh, God. Like, there has to be some PR people that literally get, like, this whole stuff for, like the CD Projekt Red, when they were with the press release of we overestimated. It's a good thing that one of the joint founders did that thing, because if it was just a press release, if I was about that press release I had to write it up, I'd literally go, I can't write this. This is the biggest bunch of bullshit in the world. No bugs were found in QA.
That's still one of the best ones. It was working perfectly fine. No, it wasn't.
You only looked at the fucking start menu, didn't you? That's all you did. You made sure it booted up.
It booted up. You did the character creation runner, and then you got into the game, and you went, "Well, that's it. That's fine. Let's go."
No, I didn't even go into the character. Didn't even go into the actual game. Just character creation. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then just like it got to the title screen. There goes Cyberpunk, and yeah, that's it. That's all. That's all we got.
Hell.
The first patch came out the other day.
Yeah. The first big patch.
I haven't actually been on it, so I might actually go on it later just to see if it runs a little bit better.
Well, you've got it on your PS5, which means it actually doesn't,
Oh no, it still crashes and I still get certain bugs.
Yeah, but just not like
it's not as bad.
Not as bad as on the PlayStation 4. Oh god, mine's a Pro. I mean, how the fuck did anyone think it was going to work on a normal PlayStation 4 or Xbox One? Jesus.
I need to actually check. Does it have the Pro Enhanced sticker on it?
Yeah, I think it does. So God knows what it looks like on a normal PlayStation.
Oh, bless. Anyway, we shall move on now.
Yes.
Right, nothing's come out officially.
Yeah, there was a lot of with the Capcom had their Resident Evil preview.
Their Resident Evil showcase,
yeah.
Which we'll get onto.
Yeah,
we'll get onto after this.
But there was a lot of people saying that there was going to be Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, a lot of people are very hyped for Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yeah, and during the preview, the showcase, there was a lot of little hints.
Yeah, there's a lot of hints
to Resident Evil 4. There's a new CG movie with Leon set after Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 5 has the return of the briefcase.
Resident Evil Village. They brought the briefcase back. They've got. There was lots of little things that they said as well.
Yeah, there was a lot of little hints that pointed towards a Resident Evil 4 announcement.
And then nothing came.
And nothing happened.
To which a lot of people were just sort of like, "Oh, okay, this is weird," which is understandable because. But we've got to put this into context.
Yeah.
Right. What people have to understand is Resident Evil 4 is Square Enix's Final Fantasy 7.
Yes.
It's on the same level. It is arguably one of the best games ever made. Right?
It's basically like the first, like that. It's definitely the point between the survival horror and the more actiony horror.
Well, actually, you could argue that Resident Evil 4 is the game that made the action genre.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like 4 drew a lot more people in.
Yeah.
I think 4 was out of the 4, 5, and 6.
4 was the best.
4 was the one that actually nailed the balance between the horror and the action.
Yeah.
It was the first. It was they did it. It was like they hit the home run right out of the bat, and then thought, "Let's go more actiony."
Yeah.
And then went, "Let's just go Michael Bay for 6."
Yeah.
And
never go for Michael Bay.
No. Never. Just ask Resident Evil 6.
Rumours are that Capcom have completely overhauled its plans for Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, because
right.
Basically, for the same reason Final Fantasy 7 remake got overly.
Yeah, it's almost identical to the Final Fantasy 7 remake.
They gave it to a third party.
Yep.
And they're not happy with the state that they got shown.
Yeah, originally Resident Evil 4 remake was going to be done by the same people who did the Resident Evil 3 remake, which is a good game. It's a very good game, but if you compare the Resident Evil 3 remake to the Resident Evil 2 remake, it is literally chalk and cheese.
Yeah, 2 is a much more faithful recreation of
as Resident Evil 3 they've taken it's missing stuff and also I would argue that it's Resident Evil
light
for about an hour. The first hour where you are getting chased by Nemesis constantly. It's about Resident Evil for about an hour.
It feels, but here's the thing, right? With Resident Evil 3 remake, it goes along quite well, and then there's the bit where Jill gets knocked out, and then it literally just all of a sudden the pace just goes off the fucking chart.
It just
and it was like you got to the lab, and I was like, wait, we're already at the lab? What the fuck?
Yeah.
This is quick. Like, I expected that bit to be the midway point.
Mm.
And then all of a sudden it was like, no, you've got like, there was only like, you've got like an hour left of the game now.
Yeah.
And that's it. It was like, it was very, very jarring.
Yeah, it was. So, like I said, Resident Evil 4 is a big, big game for Capcom.
Yes.
It's probably, I'd argue say, it's probably their biggest game.
In the Resident Evil series, I'd say yes.
I think out of all of their series. I don't think there's another game. Maybe Monster Hunter World is like their biggest money earner.
You know Capcom's got Street Fighter. You are aware of this.
Resident Evil's bigger than Street Fighter. I don't care.
You are aware of
You
this.
can say whatever you want. No, Resident Evil is a bigger IP than Street Fighter.
There will be some people that want me.
They can argue as much as they want. It's facts are facts. Street Fighter has one movie. How many movies does Resident Evil have?
Yeah, there's a difference.
8. How many?
There is a difference, right?
How many spin-offs, game-wise, does Resident Evil have? And how many spin-offs does Street Fighter have?
Well, considering the fact that you've got Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3,
Yes.
Third Strike, you have Street Fighter Alpha 1, 2, and 3, Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, X-Men vs. Street Fighter,
Okay.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Okay.
I still haven't stopped yet. SNK versus Street Fighter, Tekken versus Street Fighter.
I'm gonna tell you this now. It is not a bigger IP than Resident Evil. It isn't. You can argue that to you blue in the face, but facts are facts.
I'm going to politely disagree with you.
It isn't.
And end the discussion on that, because you believe that.
I don't believe that. It's a fact.
You do know that the vast majority of the Resident Evil movies is solely for Mila Djokovic to have a.
It doesn't matter. It's still part of the IP. It doesn't matter what they're there for.
There's also a Street Fighter board game.
Aye, there's 3 Resident Evil board games. I'm telling you, like, just on facts alone, Resident Evil is a bigger IP than Street Fighter. Mainly because Resident Evil has a much broader audience.
It's a survival horror game. It does not have a broader audience.
No, what I mean is, like, because you've got the books, you've got the comics.
Yes.
You've got the movies.
Yes.
You've got all the spin-off games.
Yes. Street Fighter has just as many of those. Look,
fine.
We can agree to disagree.
Look, you're only right. The thing is, you're going that Street Fighter is a bigger IP because you like Street Fighter.
No,
it is.
Well, I like Street Fighter, and I'm perfectly aware that Resident Evil has a very, very, very core, strong following.
And I'm going to argue with you,
which has led to all the movies and right. I'm not saying that Resident Evil's Evil is a small IP.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not. It's a big IP. Resident Evil. It is like in the at least easily in the horror genre, the biggest IP of everything.
Yeah,
including like all your horror films and that. Like, Resident Evil could probably just slam dunk those off into the fucking sunset because it's Resident Evil and it has fucking... I'm just saying, Capcom IPs, there's still Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Ryu says hi.
Yes. What I'm just trying to say...
Let me just put it this way, right? There are 2 Street Fighter characters in Smash. There is 0 Resident Evil characters.
Okay, you have that. But... I don't think you can name a Street Fighter game, that's in the same level as Resident Evil 4.
For popularity?
No, for everything.
Genre defining.
You've got Street Fighter 2.
You've got, it basically, Resident Evil 4 is to survival horror as probably Street Fighter 2 is to...
But I generally believe that Resident Evil 4 is Capcom's big game.
In regards to the Resident Evil franchise, easily it's the biggest. It's the big.
I
thing.
think,
and I put it on the same level as Street Fighter, sort of thing.
Because, this is my personal opinion. Mm-hmm. I don't put Street Fighter over the last, if Street Fighter would have been at the same level that like Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter Alpha, the Alpha series has been, if Street Fighter was still that level, I would say, all right, I would agree with you that Street Fighter is a bigger IP, but it isn't. I don't think it is. I think the older Street Fighters are much better games than the newer ones.
Yes, but that's not what that has nothing to do with the size of the IP.
Yes, I think that on IP wise, also what you've also got to remember is Street Fighter from Street Fighter 3 till 4. Mm-hmm. How long was that a hiatus?
That was a long hiatus.
Resident Evil
but the thing is, it's
churning stuff out.
Yeah, but Capcom did what they do with every Street Fighter game. They had Street Fighter 3.
Oh yeah, I know.
Street Fighter 3
No, what I mean is like the last Street Fighter game till Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That hiatus. That was a very long hiatus for even Capcom to do with games.
Yeah.
Like at that point, like the fact that they even did a Street Fighter 4
you've also got to remember is like the first Resident Evil wasn't out until there was already a Street Fighter 3.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah, I know.
But
I get that.
Yeah, and also like Resident Evil 2 was churned out very, very quickly after Resident Evil 1.
Yes.
So
very true. I do believe that Resident Evil is a bigger IP.
Franchise-wise, they are the two big dogs in Capcom.
Yeah.
In Capcom, they are the two big dogs. You've got Resident Evil, you got Street Fighter, and then everything else is around that.
Yeah.
Devil
May Cry. No, actually, no. The big dog is now Monster Hunter. Have you seen how much that game makes money?
That is very true.
Monster Hunter just dwarfs
Monster Hunter
everything.
Now, Monster Hunter now, because they've also, based on your theory, that's also the new Mila Djokovic job film.
No, it's not just the films. One of my
yes,
point
your
is
point is that those
Resident Evil is a much broader IP than Street Fighter is.
Yeah, but that's different to being the biggest.
I think the only way to settle this one would be to actually see which one brings in more money.
Yes, but like I say, I'm willing to agree to disagree.
Okay.
My personal opinion, I think Street Fighter is the Capcom franchise and will always be the Capcom franchise.
Maybe. I don't think so anymore. Unfortunately not.
That's not to take anything away from Resident Evil. Resident Evil is still a big dog in that field.
Yeah. Because I'm not saying that I'm not saying it like Resident Evil is the big one because I like Resident Evil.
Yeah,
I do like Resident Evil. I'm just literally saying that Resident Evil is a bigger IP because it just the amount of stuff that there is to do with Resident Evil.
Yeah,
that's out there. Whereas Street Fighter does have a lot with its spin-offs, but other than that, like you can't really name a lot of things. And that board game that's just come out, that was fan created.
True.
That wasn't.
The thing is like you're talking about two games that were at the height of their popularity way back when, but also at two separate times as well.
Yeah, very true.
Because like
you've got a point.
Street Fighter's like height of dominance was probably like the Super Nintendo into PlayStation, while Resident Evil was PlayStation into PlayStation 2 sort of era.
Okay. Anyway, back into this. So, according to this, basically the new studio M2 had they were the ones that did the Resident Evil 3 remake.
Yeah. It wasn't bad. It was
it wasn't bad. It just
short.
Yeah, it was short.
It got to the end game very abruptly.
Yeah. And basically, they were in charge of doing the Resident Evil 4 remake. Capcom are not best pleased, or maybe it's just like they don't like where it's going.
Yeah.
So they decided basically they're taking Resident Evil 4 off M2 and they're bringing it in company.
Yeah.
So that their own developers are actually going to do it, which is fine. And for me personally, I would prefer it.
Resident Evil 2 is a better remake than Resident Evil 3 remake.
Yeah. The other thing is,
that's a non.
I do think
that's a non-argument.
I do think we are going to get changes.
Yeah, Resident Evil 2 had changes to quite a few things, like Mr. X. Instead of just being a scripted moment, he would randomly just walk around the police station.
Yeah,
and there were scripted moments where he would guarantee to show up, but like after his first appearance, he would just randomly walk around the police station and could potentially run into you.
I also think. Hold on, let's have a look. Yeah, unfortunately, there's not been. Again, this is all rumours. I just want to put that out there. This is all rumours.
This is all rumours. It sounds very familiar, and like I said, it does fit in with all the hints that they were dropping.
It's almost. The thing is, this. If we go back about 5 years, it's almost exactly the same situation the Resident Evil, the Final Fantasy VII remake was in.
The only difference is that we knew the Final Fantasy VII remake was a thing.
Oh yeah, we knew it was.
That was the only difference.
Yeah.
Like they had been officially announced. Well, it's not been officially announced. I wonder if they were hoping to have like a game reveal, like an actual game trailer.
I think so, but I think with the
and then they saw it and went, "Oh no." Which is what the Microsoft board should have done when they saw the Halo.
No.
It's like, ooh, no.
No, let's not do that. The thing is, right, with the Halo thing,
they had nothing else.
They didn't have anything else. They didn't. What exactly did Xbox have to show? Nothing. But yeah, me personally, I'm glad because I would much prefer Resident Evil 4
I would much prefer
to be actually done by Capcom.
Yeah. I would much prefer it to be done by in-house because
it's like I said, it's arguably one of the best games that have been ever made. They proved with Resident Evil 2 they know what works, and the fact that like they proved with 2 that it wasn't the camera angle that made Resident Evil 2, the Resident Evil Survival Originals 3 scary. They proved it, and like the fact that it was the atmosphere. The atmosphere is oppressive as fuck. Oh yeah, especially when you're in the police station. Dear God. Whew.
Oh look, there's a liquor on the roof, and I can hear the stomps of Mr. X behind me.
Oh my God! And I was literally, I exited the room with the liquor in. Yeah. Right. Because I didn't have much ammo, so I decided to just calmly walk past the liquor, open the door. And Mr. X is there.
Oh, God!
And I was like, oh, God, I've got a liquor behind me and Mr. X in front of me. I've got nowhere to go. Shit.
This is death, isn't it?
This is death.
Yeah, it's weird, like, because I'm pretty sure in the original makes, like, 2, Mr. X was just scripted.
Yeah, he was.
And Nemesis in 3... would just randomly show up every now and then. Yeah. And they got switched because Nemesis
randomly shows up at the beginning. Once you first meet him, he does randomly just
he's actually just chasing you. It's not like you run into him. It's like no, this is clearly him chasing you. This is a chase scene. Yeah. And he'll just like jump in front of you, or you think you've lost him and he'll just drop down in front of you because you haven't actually lost him. And so like the encounters with the Nemesis are all clearly scripted.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is weird because I expected it to go off with like, nah, he's just gonna, the first couple, there's got to be guaranteed scripted moments, but he's still going to be like roaming around the area and you may bump into him. He may just bash out of a wall just because he can. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get any of that, unfortunately.
We got the one scripted point where he bashed out of the wall. Yeah. And when we hit him with a grenade. Yeah. But yeah, look, I think personally it's a good idea. They know what works. Capcom clearly knows what works and what doesn't.
Yeah. I think it's just because, like I said, this is.
You need to cut out the QTEs. I do not want to see any.
I think we're not going to have any QTEs. I think that's one of the changes that we're going to get. I also think we're probably going to get a darker tone.
Possibly.
In this game.
Also, I wonder how the fight with the Special Force dude is going to go, because that was a pure QTE fight, and it was annoying as hell.
Yeah, it was.
Really annoying.
They'll probably just swap it with you shoot it. It's Albert Wesker.
True, maybe.
Just put in the Albert Wesker fight. Except it's just you and him.
Yeah, maybe.
And make sure he doesn't. Yeah, actually, don't swap it with that. I don't want to fire a rocket launcher at him and him catch the rockets. That was fucking annoying.
I remember the first time we did that in 5.
Yeah.
Here, catch this.
And he did.
And he caught it. It's like, no, that wasn't.
You weren't supposed to catch it.
That wasn't us asking you to actually catch it. It was a rhetorical question. Don't make it into an actual test of if you could or not.
So, what I am looking forward to is, like, personally, it's the very beginning of, you know, when you come out, you get out of the car and you start walking towards the village, and then all those villages just sort of turn and start to attack you.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit.
I wonder if they're gonna keep up with that though. Like after 4, well, they'll redo 5 and 6.
I don't think they'll redo 5 or 6.
No, hear me out, but like actually change things in 5 and 6 so that it's more in line with 2, 3, and 4. So it's a lot more.
I think what they may
less
do,
actiony.
What they may do is
basically do an Alien movie and say 5 and 6 are not canon anymore.
Yeah.
And we're just doing a new 5 and 6.
Yeah, maybe. Although personally, I wouldn't mind them keeping, because I liked Resident Evil 5.
Yeah, 5's fun.
I liked its co-op.
Yeah, the co-op's
really,
cool.
really good.
The thing is, though, is that it has Chris Redfield punching a rock.
That can easily get changed. I mean,
that's what I mean. It's like get the ridiculous stuff out of 5,
if they do,
and just basically rework 6 from the ground fucking up.
I think if they redo Resident Evil 5, but keep the co-op.
Yeah.
And maybe see if they could do something around that, because I really want someone to do what they did in Dead Space.
Oh, with Dead Space 3, where
Dead Space 3 with their co-op, and maybe just expand on it.
Yeah.
Because I thought the fact that like one person saw one thing and the other one didn't, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Also, what maybe I'd like them, because Resident Evil 6 does it, but it just doesn't do it very well, is separate paths for the characters. Like they're forced to be separated.
Yeah.
And they have to meet up again. Because it's 6 is a massive fucking action fest that it's trying to go for.
It's a Michael Bay.
It's not done greatly. Whereas there's like puzzles that you can do with that. Yeah. There's tons of co-op puzzle games. Then just all you got to do is do that, but add like a horror element into there.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, they've changed Resident Evil 6. So the first I've changed Resident Evil 6. There's only one storyline,
not 3,
2 characters. And like put in like a Mr. X character in there where you're being chased. So one of the puzzles is the guy's being chased by Mr. X, and the other guy's got to sort the puzzles out to open the doors so he can get through and escape Mr. X.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool. That.
And that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
That's what I would like.
Yes.
I think if you went that way, the co-op can work in horror movies because you've got the tenseness in that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think Resident Evil 5, just keep it pretty much the same. Maybe darken the tone and make it a little bit more
less actiony.
Less actiony. But other than that, I don't really have much of a problem with 5. It's a good game.
Yeah.
But yeah. But anyway,
no punching rock, no punching
boulders.
And also not have Chris with his roid arms.
No, keep the roid arms. I love those fucking arms, man.
Yeah, but you can't take it seriously when he's got
No,
like
you
fucking
can't.
his arms are the size of fucking
I'm
sledgehammers.
playing Resident Evil 6 with one of my friends, and all I'm doing is punching people with his fucking arms. His back fist, which the best thing is because his arms are so big, when he back fists a character and it explodes their head, it's the funniest thing. It's just like, my God.
Oh. Anyway,
yeah, like I said, it's all rumours about Resident Evil 4. I do think there is most likely a Resident Evil 4 remake coming.
Yeah.
It would be silly not to do one.
They're dropping too many hints for them not to be.
It'd be silly for them not to do one, because like that's going to sell like fucking hotcakes.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4 remake.
I mean, you know, they did make a... Let's see, they made... It was originally for the GameCube. Then they made a PlayStation 2 version. Then they made a HD version on the PlayStation 3.
Mm-hmm. And the Xbox. Yeah, it's fucking Skyrim. It's Resident Evil 4.
So,
it's Skyrim before Skyrim came out.
Yeah, the fact that they may rework Resident Evil 4, would not be surprised.
Yeah. Well, there's a last gen port for Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
So you can get it on almost every console.
Yeah.
So the remake's most likely going to be next gen.
Yeah.
And it will sell like hotcakes.
Yeah.
Be stupid not to sell.
Yeah, it will. We're going to talk a little bit about the Resident Evil thing.
Let us talk about the Resident Evil showcase. It was pretty good. It did what it was supposed to do, which was just sell Resident Evil 8 Village. It looks mint. It looks really cool. They showed us more
vampires
stuff.
And werewolves.
Yeah. And those weird villages.
They're going full on into the... these are actual vampires and probably actual werewolves.
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
They announced the demo that they had for it, the Maiden, which was basically the same thing as what the tape was for Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
It's just basically a feeler of what's going on. And it's creepy as fuck.
Yes. There is not wine in those wine.
No,
bottles.
there's definitely not wine in those wine bottles. Oh God, just like there's no wine in those barrels either.
Nope.
Nope.
That's what I said. Wine barrels.
Oh, you say barrels before I said bottles, because they had a lot of bottles.
Yes, there was a lot of bottles as well, but I was saying barrels.
Nah.
For that scene where there was like dripping out.
Oh yeah, that's
not wine.
The demo was pretty good. We actually played it.
Yes. Video is up on your channel.
Yeah.
I don't think we should go over what we think about it. We basically go over what we think about like
what we think, where we think the story's going.
Yeah.
With it.
And like it does seem to be like, I'll just say this: it does seem to be more Ethan focused. Like they are deliberately going after him.
Yes.
For some reason.
I think if I remember correctly, they said they've got his daughter. Like that's why he's there. But other than that, nothing else. Although it does sound like there's more to it than just that.
Yeah.
And one of them is extremely happy that you are a man.
Yes.
Because she says, man meat, I haven't had that in a while. I'm like, oh God. First thing, you can take that the wrong way, firstly. I'm just saying.
This is the world, this is the age of the internet.
Rule 34 exists for a reason. Also, I'm sorry, the woman in white, she is solely the reason why Capcom have come out with their new rules. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They are. Because they did the whole thing where it's like, anything that's like to do with us, we can like it's gay it straight away.
Yeah, because like you said, Rule 34 exists.
Rule 34 exists.
And she is a 1920s big busted tall ass lady
who can change her hands into
her
blades?
claws turn into blades.
Giant blades.
From the looks of it.
Lovely,
I mean, it's not the first time I've seen a vampire do that. I'll put that out there. Okay, it's not often, but I'm pretty sure I've seen vampires in some sort of media or otherwise have that.
Yes.
Never ends well for the person that they show that skill to. And I don't think it ended well for the maiden.
No, it did not end well for the maiden. I will be going back on the demo because I do want to. Because It's probably much like the last one where there is keys and there's other stuff that you can do in the demo. Because there's that door that we couldn't get into.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that... Like, I wonder what happens if you get the lockpick and go back all the way to the thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, I've just really twigged on that. But anyway.
Yes.
So there was Resident Evil 8. Then they went. Yeah, it's an anniversary for Resident Evil.
It's the 25th anniversary.
Yeah, 25
which is
years.
part of the reason why everybody thought the Resident Evil 4 remake was going to be announced.
And then they said they were going to. They had a closed beta for selected people for the game.
Oh, I was good at this.
They disappointed us with a PvP. Granted, it's going to be free with Resident Evil 8. That's fine.
It's just another PvP.
It's a third-person PvP game, and I'm like, why are you not making Outbreak?
Oh, honestly, like, could you imagine?
Why
like,
are you not
if
making Outbreak?
If they announced Resident Evil 4 remake.
We have the internet. We actually have the networking internet playing abilities now for that to actually work.
I know.
Why are you
If they announce Resident Evil 4 remake and that it comes with Outbreak as well, I know I'm just setting myself up for failure because it's not going to happen. But
Capcom, you can have this. You can have this.
Please, just
I know. Outbreak 1 and 2 didn't do remarkably well, but that was because it was on the PS2. And not everyone had their PS2s connected to the internet.
And it sucked.
And the internet sucked at the time.
Yeah.
But the infrastructure's there now. We can actually have Outbreak and have multiplayer. I want that.
I do. I really, really want. Really want.
I'm a scaredy little crybaby. I need friends to get me through levels. Outbreak gives you friends to get you through levels.
Outbreak's such a good idea as well.
Yeah, it's like a
co-op.
co-op.
That everybody is like one certain thing, so one person's the medic, so he's rubbish with guns.
Yeah.
Like the only one that's good with a gun is the cop.
Yeah.
Everybody else sucks.
But some are better with melee weapons. Some can actually climb to higher places. Yeah. The concepts in Outbreak are so good. It's just the fact they came out. It's like the Dreamcast. It came out too soon.
Yeah. It's good. It was good.
It came out too soon. It's like...
Yeah, so Reverse is just a big... it's
a PvP with Resident Evil characters.
Yeah, which is kind of good.
I'm slightly disappointed in it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, really? You spent time on this and you could have given us a remake of Outbreak? God.
You know what I would like them to remake? You know the one that's it's like a 4-player co-op shooter game where you play a team that's gone into...
No, that was absolutely terrible.
No, this is my point. Like, it's a game that's so bad that they could do what they wanted with it.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, that only came out on the PS... I think it's 3.
Came out on the 3.
Late on the PS3, so it's not that long ago.
Oh, yeah, I know.
No, that thing needs... No, you need to put that thing into a fucking furnace. That is how bad... Yeah, but they came out with another one.
Yeah, Umbrella Corps, which was terrible.
Yeah.
But that was just a PvP game. That wasn't a...
I know, but the thing is, though, is it had the exact same problems as... It was basically the exact same problems as, like, no, don't make a PvP thing. Don't make a... Like, no one wants to be the...
Yeah, but no, that's the thing. The Raccoon City one wasn't PvP, there was PvE.
Yes, it was. But it was all action. We all know now, Resident Evil plus action equals shit.
Very true. Well, that's not true, because Resident Evil 4 just hits it out of the park.
Yes.
There's plenty of action in Resident Evil 4.
Yes, but when I say plus action, I mean that's the only thing.
Oh, okay.
Resident Evil plus only action equals shit.
Resident Evil 6. You have a special place in my heart, Resident Evil 6.
You're so bad.
It's that, Resident Evil 6 is that game where it's so bad. It is
B-movie horror bad.
Yeah, it's so funny. I can't...
It's enjoyable for the wrong reasons. Like, not because it's a good game, because it's not. It's enjoyable because of how fucking stupid it is.
We have... What do we have? That was it. That was announced, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for Resident Evil 8, they announced the different editions.
Yeah.
And one of them, for some bizarre reason, has a difficulty.
Yeah, max difficulty is behind one of the...
It's basically behind a paywall. For some bizarre reason.
I'm literally, when I saw that, I went... Are you? Why Capcom?
To be fair, it's Capcom. They have to do something. That's kind of
very
like.
true.
Are you okay, Capcom?
I mean, they did sell Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Special Edition with what wasn't what you were actually going to get.
Yes, exactly.
The Infinity Stones, which were just basically coloured lights in the end.
Yeah.
When they actually looked like actual rocks.
Mm.
You could have literally got fake rocks.
Mm.
You literally could have you could have been cheaper and put fake rocks and put a backlight on that box.
Yeah.
And that would have been better than what you actually did.
I think I might actually get the collector's edition now. Because the Chris Redfield model looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the only thing you really care about is like the models and that. You're never fussed about the extra equipment and all that you get. Really.
Oh, the DLC? No, I don't care about that crap. It's like the stuff that comes in, like the soundtrack.
The soundtrack. The digital soundtrack. Why couldn't you give us a disc?
Just give me a disc. Do what Atlas have done with all their things and give me an actual disc.
Yeah.
What I want. I like discs.
Oh, Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
I've got that one up there.
Yeah.
Oh no, not the collector's edition. That's the deluxe edition. That one. The collector's edition came with Cloud on the bike.
Yeah.
Which was mint, but it was like 300 quid.
Yeah. Whew. A lot of money. Looked worth it though, but a lot of money.
It looked fucking awesome.
Anyway.
And it's a big ass model.
Yeah.
Oh my god, if I had bought that,
what else
no
was there? I don't think there was anything else. I mean, I think until either they categorically confirm or deny a Resident Evil 4 remake, the rumours are going to continue.
Yes.
Me
personally, I think they are going to do it.
I think it may be just a little bit longer than if there is one, it's going to be a little bit longer than expected.
Yeah.
But I do wonder what for Silky Smooth on a PlayStation 5/Xbox Series X is going to look like. And they'll be able to have a PC port as well. That may not be buggy yet on the instant it comes out.
Very true. Very true.
It's the only thing with I know it's not as simple as just porting the game over from console to PC and PC to console. I understand that.
What you have to understand with Resident Evil 4 is that originally it was only supposed to be a GameCube exclusive.
Yeah, and so they then ported it over to PlayStation 2.
Yeah. Then
they ported it over to
Xbox
and PlayStation 3. Then they ported it over to PC, I think, question mark. So yeah, it was a port of a port of a port of a port. So
yeah.
So yeah, maybe that's.
I can understand why it's a big mess on the PC when originally it's a game for the GameCube.
Yeah. But anyway.
They also gave us a date. It's May 7th, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
May 7th, which means I've got 4 months to complete
Ghost of Tsushima.
Which is doable. It's doable, but unfortunately, I might not be able to do any this week.
Because of work?
No, because my exams have finally bloody been locked in.
Oh my god, you're finally going to have them.
Yeah, so I've got this week and next week I'm going to be doing exams pretty much all week.
We'll just literally go ham on Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes.
Basically, you do off screen, you do all the non-questy stuff, and we'll just basically plow through as quick as we can.
Quests.
We've
got it sorted. We
have a plan. It may not survive the first session, but we have a plan.
I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else.
No, not really.
I know Genshin did their whole thing.
It's not.
Which we watched because they generally are quite fun to watch. Actually, yes. I do, Jim.
They've got the new character, which is the other
Zhao.
Adeptus.
They showed Zhao off.
The other humanoid Adeptus.
Yep, he looks pretty cool.
We knew he was going to be a playable character at some point.
Yeah.
I just wonder when the next Fatui Harbinger they're gonna pick.
Oh, who's the next Harbinger we're gonna get?
It's either going to be the hat-wearing one, or I think the last is going to be the last one that they're going to give us.
Maybe.
It's a Contester. Can't remember her name.
Yeah, well, she's not been shown off in any sort of like character-wise, so we're probably not getting her anytime soon.
Well, she's been in the game.
No. What I mean is like she's not been shown off in like these characters are coming soon.
Oh yeah.
That's what I mean. Because like I've seen a couple of them. Like I know there was one that's in the beta. That was in the beta. That's coming. Akayuki, I think she's called. She's like an ice sword wielder.
Oh, that's a second. Is that the second one?
That'd be the second sword.
Yeah,
ice.
because we got
Kiki is the other one.
Oh, we got 3 then.
Who's the third one?
The one you get for free.
Oh, Kaya.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. Well, I'm free. I'm sorry, Kaya's just so useless. I forget about him.
He's my only decent ice user.
Right.
I think actually no. He is my only ice character.
You don't have Chum?
No. Oh yeah, I have Chun, but he's
Low level.
very low level, so I need to like base him. He's the only one that I can actually use on my world level.
No.
He's usable
For you.
Yeah.
Because you have to. I've got Kiki. I don't need it.
It's because his cooldown is actually.
And I've got Ganyu.
His art is like.
Yeah.
His attack, his ice attack, has a very, very, very short cooldown.
Yeah, that's very true. Kiki heals everybody though.
Not true.
And I can use Kiki's thing.
Well, someone else is out.
And then switch it to somebody else, and it still heals everybody.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway.
It's good.
But yeah, there was the one about like the new events and the new character.
The new bosses.
The new bosses.
They're definitely bosses.
The new world bosses are looking like they do look like they're going to be fun to fight.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to that.
But other than that, there's not been a lot that's been announced this week.
No.
But which is fine because it's the beginning of the year and nothing ever really gets massively announced at this time of the year. So we've got to wait for summer for that sort of stuff. Ah, yes.
You hopefully like next month that you'll get the stuff that would be announced, like who's at E3, what we expect to see, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is not going to happen this year. It's not going to.
Probably not.
Anyway,
I think we'll end there. I do hope you've enjoyed these chats that we've just had today.
Yes.
And any thoughts on what we talked about? Please just leave a comment down below. Anything you wanna do, and we'll see you in the next chat. Bye now.
toodles everyone.